We're students at WKU, and we started on a mission to interview family-operated businesses in the Bowling Green, Kentucky local area. Our goal was to find out what problems face these businesses on an individual basis and on an overall basis as well. One major discovery was that recruiting and retaining employees just isn't talked enough about within these businesses. And we've discovered that many of them don't even have designated people to handle these issues. And so today, we're going to talk about what retaining and recruiting these employees really means, and we're also going to give suggestions and tips for family businesses and how they can better equip themselves on how to handle these issues. So right now we'll move on to the overview.
Family businesses face a lot of problems that typical businesses might not face. One of these is recruiting and retaining employees. So some family businesses choose to only hire family employees, but other family businesses choose to go outside of the family for their employees. It can be difficult to recruit non-family members because of the natural family dynamics. So what does this look like in a family business? One factor is intimidation. It can be very intimidating for a non-family member to come into a family business. Just think about if you were dating somebody and you go to their family Thanksgiving, how intimidating that can be. Well, it's the same way for a family business, and that can scare off potential employees. Another factor is favoritism. Family members might show favoritism towards each other and let them off the hook more, and that can also scare off or make non-family members quit. Another problem with this is an issue called owner holdup. This is where family owners withhold information from non-family employees. This will leave non-family members afraid or make them withhold effort. Next, we'll move on to data to support our claims.
So moving on, we want to provide some statistics to support our claims, and just so we can understand why exactly recruiting and retaining is so important. Within our interviews we made in the Bowling Green area, we found that 33% of businesses didn't even have an HR department. As we know, HR is crucial in able to recruiting and retaining employees. And so it's kind of scary knowing that only 33% didn't even have that. 35% of employees know if they want to stay long-term within the first week. And knowing that, we know that when employees first start a job, that's the most important time to devote resources into planning and being able to overcome these issues. Basically, what we want to do with this presentation is show how businesses can overcome this problem and what's needed to get through it. And so based on this data, it shows that this is a real problem and we want to make sure we can work through it. So moving forward, we'll get into the solutions on how to actually overcome it.
Now we're going to talk about some suggestions and tips that you guys can follow. First, I'm going to talk about incentives. One incentive is you can do Employee of the Month. So that gives non-family members a way to prove themselves and actually be productive for the business. Another way is to provide performance-based bonuses, such as extra vacation time, like a small raise, anything like that. And you can also hire people based on their qualifications. So that shows them that you're not just hiring family members or just hiring anybody for any position. And also they deserve the recognition for the work that they put in. And this will also help eliminate nepotism, which is choosing family members over non-family members to do a job or a specific task. This will give non-family members an incentive to stay, and it will also make them feel valued in the business. Next, we're going to talk about human relations.
So I'm going to be discussing human relations in regards to retaining members for family businesses. One of the things that you can do to prevent employee turnover in a family business is preventing a glass ceiling. A glass ceiling is pretty much there's a limit to where non-family members can be promoted to. So when you have a glass ceiling, it demotivates people. People don't want to work as hard because they feel like they can't, they won't be promoted or they won't get rewarded for their work. Also, transparency within the organization. A lot of times in family organizations, you see that there's owner holdup where members of the family know more about the business than non-family members. So this creates a kind of mistrust within the organization, and that can be detrimental to efficiency. Also, you want to integrate your family and non-family members and start to create a relationship. So maybe like a barbecue or just like a friendly mixer where you can have family members and non-family members working together and building those relationships so that it's not just family members versus non-family members in the organization. Next we'll be talking about role ambiguity.
So one of the main problems affecting recruitment and retainment in small family businesses is role ambiguity. One of the suggestions that we have to fix that is to have clearly defined roles for all employees. This helps eliminate confusion by having written down and specified roles that they know that they are supposed to be following. So a second suggestion for small family businesses would be to propose the idea of weekly meetings that will help establish regular methods of communication. This will ensure that everyone's voice is heard and everyone is on the same page. And a third suggestion that we have would be to set boundaries. It will help both family and non-family member employees feel appreciated for the work that they do.
So wrapping up, we hope that each family businesses can better plan how they're going to handle recruiting and retaining their employees. Through this presentation, we've given an overview of the actual problem. We've talked about intimidation and favoritism towards employees, and we hope that our solutions that we've given as well can help overcome these issues. So the suggestions that we talked about through incentives, through developing a better HR system, to overcoming role ambiguity. We hope that solving all of these problems can help every family business better take care of their employees and keep them longer. Because that's really the goal of what we're talking about today. We want family businesses to be able to recruit the people that can make their businesses thrive, and we want to give them the tools and advice that they need to retain those employees for future generations and to be able to put more back into the business, and so each family business can see more and more success. Thank you.